The Wonderful World of Disney channel is filled with twists and turns. It became one of the biggest networks for children's programming since the inception of Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. Over the years, it would join its competition in the industry of toilets, having no real hit after many animated shows ended, as well as child actors growing up, while also throwing series after series to sister channels, while also making sure that this streaming platform creates more numbers while you're watching the Disney Channel. A retro.
Illuminating television.
The Disney Channel.
To go all the way back, we will go back to the Disney Channel's inception. In 1977, Walt Disney executive Jim Jamiro came up with the idea of the Disney Channel and instantly gets rejected by Carl Walker, mainly because Cartoon Networks were not great investments and were not seen by the big studios as lucrative until Nickelodeon proved otherwise. We can all say that Nick walked so that other Cartoon Networks can run. In the meantime of the inception and rejection, would air Disney movies on HBO as a trial run. Because there was an interest, executives revived the idea in November of 1981. Disney would then get a deal with the satellite unit Group W and sell to Showtime and Viacom for 50%. The satellite company would then drop out of the project due to various disagreements and creative control. Disney would then require a 50% stock in the startup after the breakup. Alan Wagner would then reboot the idea from out-of-pocket investments. It would consist of an investment of $11 million to Galaxy One and Hughes Communications, and doubled on a $20 million investment on development and programming. The Disney Channel launches on April 18th at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The first show to air on the new channel was Good Morning Mickey. By then, it would air 16 hours each day. The new channel would be available to 532,000 subs by the fall of 1983 and would increase to 611,000 by year's end. Disney Channel would then have its own TV guide called the Disney Channel Magazine and would later gain more subscribers after 1984. Colossal Pictures would then be commissioned to do the on-air identification bumpers for the new channel in 1986. Disney Channel, like Nickelodeon in its heyday, would do the short interstitial segments. For the Disney Channel, those shorts were the Disney Channel Salutes the American Teacher and the Teacher Award, which would be a show awarding American teachers. The Disney Channel would then evolve a lot more in the 90s. The Disney Channel by 1990 reached 5 million subscribers, then received the Daytime Emmy Award and the Peabody Award. By then, TCI Montgomery, Alabama became the first cable provider to carry the channel. Other companies would then follow suit, such as Cox Communications, Marcus Cable, and Jones Intercables in 1991. The Disney Channel would then reject any advertisement support from any major corporation, however, would still do movie promotions with Kellogg's, McDonald's, and Mattel for its movies. Disney Channel would then move into multiplex services on a two-cable system. Nielsen Ratings research in 1992 found that a third of its demographic watching the Disney Channel was adults without children. Go figure. Following this would debut the show Adventures in Wonderland. In 1995, the channel launched in Taiwan. It would reach 15 million cable homes. By 1996, Anne Sweeney became the president and launched Disney Channel in Southeast Asia. Months later, Sunday Magical World of Disney World expands to a 5-day schedule. Fast forward to 1997, the Disney Channel got rid of the. Well, because.
Drop the. It's cleaner.
Channel gets rebranded as well with the help of Lee Hunt Associates. While this rebrand happens, Disney Channel then switches to basic cable. In the pivot to cater to more kids rather than the adults with no family responsibilities, Disney Channel then gets rid of all Disney movies on the Disney Channel. The channel then splits to 3 different channels: Playhouse Disney, Vault Disney, and Zoog Disney. Playhouse Disney was meant to compete with then competition Nick Jr., which had its own original programming such as Gullah Gullah Island and Allegra's Window that was recorded at Nickelodeon Studios in Orlando, Florida. To compete with those shows, Bear in the Big Blue House debuts and becomes the top 10 new shows for kids according to TV Guide. Out of the Box then gets made in 1998, while Vault Disney becomes home to movies such as Zorro, The Love Bug, and The Mickey Mouse Club. Zoog Disney was a block dedicated to teenagers using mascots called Zoog, anthropomorphic robots with human voices. The Zoog block would also air Zoog Wednesdays. Eventually, the Zoog Disney would then be rebranded to Toon Disney and take on certain sponsorships such as Best Western. Disneyland TV would then air on the channel and debut The Wiggles from Australia. By 1999, Disney notified all cable providers to expel the subscription status from Disney Channel and air it as public, which all cable companies were reluctant to do. Failure to take it off pay-per-view meant Disney would block the channel on cable carriers.
Then stick around for Lilo and Stitch the series.
This era of the Disney Channel was big for the channel. So Weird airs on the block while Disney Channel reaches 70 million subscribers on the channel. Disney would then get child stars to get shows after a few successful radio Disney stars would see numbers and fans. Hilary Duff would be the first Disney star to receive her own show, Lizzie McGuire. Even Stevens would then take Disney Channel ratings, with then stars Christy Carlson Romano and everybody's favorite paper bag boy Shia LaBeouf. I wonder what he's doing nowadays.
So sick with my rippings, sick when I'm spitting, and that's not this. This is off the top, I'm off the rock, I'm off the block, I'm sick with it.
Moving on. Disney Channel would then air its first original animated series, The Proud Family. Fun fact, the theme song was sung by Solange Knowles and Destiny's Child. After the success of The Proud Family came Kim Possible and became the #1 most watched show on Disney Channel. Bumpers for the Disney Channel would then be changed again in 2002 by CA Square, while the 4-note mnemonic jingle for the channel would be made by Alex Lazarenko. The bumpers were so popular with Disney stars using the one to draw, other sister Disney channels would then adopt the logo as their own with their own jingles and spins. Following The Proud Family, That's So Raven would air in 2003 and become the next biggest show to then pass the 65-episode sitcom airing on a channel, second to many adult contemporary sitcoms, with then Disney child actors Raven Simone, Annalise Vanderpool, and controversial meth addict Orlando Brown. I wonder what he's doing nowadays.
I mean, she gave me, and then I gave her some. I had
the nam cakes. I went inside the land of the man that wants to go inside if he can, but couldn't do it, man. But I did. I said I could do it, and I can.
What the f?
Moving on.
See, we're gonna take it to another level. Okay, let's go.
While Brandy and Mr. Whiskers airs in 2004, The Cheetah Girls would air as the first made-to-cable musical, which would see success as 84 million viewers would tune in. This would make Disney bring The Cheetah Girls not only to Radio Disney, but birth the next musical, High School Musical, and then hit show Hannah Montana with then Disney star Miley Cyrus from 2005 to 2006. I wonder what she's doing nowadays.
Whoa!
Moving on. Toon Disney would also get Jetix added to the block after Saban Entertainment would give its library over to Disney, while also having shows from Canada such as Puka, Battle B Diamond, and Dragon Booster. Fast forward to late 2006, The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody would air with then twin stars Dylan and Cole Sprouse. Being just as popular and influential equal to the Mary-Kate and Ashley twins, would then continue their Disney career with being on Danimals commercials and having a spin-off show, The Sweet Life on Deck.
Next, get ready for some random comedy. An all-new Sunny with a Chance is coming up next on Disney Channel.
Disney Channel got too big way too fast, to the point where it downsized a whole lot, but here's how they did so. In 2007, Disney Channel would limit its content to 4 movies and 2 original series. By August 17th, High School Musical 2 would take the record for 17.2 million viewers, while Phineas and Ferb became the first animated series to be produced in high definition. Cory in the House also premiered with then Disney star Kyle Massey. I wonder what he... And never mind, moving on. But didn't last long with viewers and was rumored to be one of the many shows sacrificed during the 2007 WGA strikes. After Cory in the House was a Disney Channel failure, followed The Wizards of Waverly Place, which became the highest rated and most demanded show on Disney Channel. The channel would then get another rebrand to its logo by New Wave Entertainment, while also capitalizing on Disney up-and-coming stars Demi Lovato and the Jonas Brothers, and the musical Camp Rock in 2008. Following that, The Sweet Life on Deck and Cheetah Girls One World would premiere as well. The success of Camp Rock would then lead both the Jonas Brothers and Demi to see 2 separate shows, Jonas and Sunny with a Chance. Wizards of Waverly Place would then receive a movie showing and be behind High School Musical 2 in views by 11.4 million. Fast forward a couple months, more shows would get crossover episodes such as The Wizards on Deck with Hannah Montana. Fast forward to 2009, Toon Disney would drop Jetix and rebrand from Toon Disney to Disney XD. In 2010, Disney Channel rebranded its logo again, and Good Luck Charlie aired on the block. Following that would be Fish Hooks and Shake It Up. While this happened, Sony with a Chance rebrands to So Random, while also getting ready to be off the air as Demi Lovato would not come back to the show and focus on her music career. 3 other shows that ran over 64 episodes and struck low in popularity would also see exits as well. Hannah Montana would also see its final season with the movie Hannah Montana Forever. Many movies after cancellations would happen after many shows went off the air. Avalon High, Den Brother, and Camp Rock 2, The Final Jam, would premiere while also getting Canadian movies to air alongside with Harriet the Spy, Block Wars, and 16 Wishes. During 2011, Playhouse Disney would rebrand to Disney Junior. Fast forward to 2012, Disney would top Nickelodeon and its 17-year run as a Cartoon Network according to Nielsen Research. In this success, Phineas and Ferb would get a Marvel crossover, while Wander Over Yonder premiered after Craig McCracken left Cartoon Network. Girl Meets World will also air as a spinoff to the popular 90s show Boy Meets World and not last too long with ratings. Disney Channel would have way too many shows and crossovers airing on the channel to where it threw off so many viewers that it needed some organization. Disney Channel by 2014 would stop airing animated series on the main channel and transfer all of them to Disney XD, meaning Wander Over Yonder, Gravity Falls, and Star vs. the Forces of Evil were all meant to be Disney XD originals. Phineas and Ferb was put on indefinite hiatus until then. Lab Rats and Mighty Med would air in the place of shows that were put on hiatus or ending series. By 2015, after 8 years, Phineas and Ferb would see its last season on Disney XD and complete its run after so long. Jessie and Dog with a Blog would then end seasons by the end of the year. By 2016, Gravity Falls and Austin and Ally would take their final seasons on both sister channels. Because so many shows were ending and not many things were being made, Disney would then aim to rerun all of its cartoons as Disney Channel weekend mornings. 2017 was pretty uneventful. Only Tangle gets an animated series and Raven-Symoné has her spinoff, Raven's Home. By 2018, Disney gets back into animation by giving Star vs. a 4th season, while also premiering shows such as The Owl House, Amphibia, DuckTales, Milo Murphy's Law, and Big Hero 6 the series, all on Disney XD, while Disney Channel itself is more or less a throwaway network. Now we all know what Bob Iger's doing to Disney is ruining the company from the inside out, but I'll leave those politics out of it and talk about the channel itself. Being a kid watching the Disney Channel back in the day, it had something Nickelodeon Cartoon Network didn't have at that time: original content. Disney made sure that all of its shows and programs were straight out of Disney, whereas Nickelodeon waited until the mid-90s to invest in independent creators to create Nicktoons, while Cartoon Network waited after Nickelodeon to create cartoons, investing into Hanna-Barbera before the studio went down. Say what you want about Disney, Disney had its content straight out of studio for kids to watch, relying less on Canadian-driven shows and making sure that both cartoons and live-action shows were in-house only. Disney Channel itself is also the first channel to not take advertisers on in selling kids junk food and toys as the other competitors. Granted, that wouldn't stop Disney itself from promoting its theatrical releases with Kellogg's or McDonald's, mainly because they believed in giving kids content and they can afford to be 100% commercial free aside from its competitors. Later on, Disney Channel would go back on its word and promote commercials on its sister channels for ad dollars. We all know why.
Money!
Disney Channel making sister channels was a great move in the right direction due to the fact that Disney Channel itself churns out content to see what sticks. However, it would have timeless classics which could be seen as record breakers for the channel as a whole. Albeit, Disney's bottom line was and still is milking a dry cow and getting a lot of Disney stars who were originally from Radio Disney then to have Disney shows, which was very cost effective. Lizzie McGuire and Hannah Montana were exceptions to that rule at that time. After High School Musical was a hit, Disney sought out its next musical to hit the cable airwaves, completely throwing away most of its lineup in favor of looking for the next Disney star, then putting all of its animation on Toon Disney to then have it blow up on Disney XD. Many people say that Disney Channel itself is in its downfall, which is correct, and I'm not saying that you're on it wrong, but there is one thing I can't deny, that there are die-hard Disney fans and will still watch the channel even when I stopped watching it a long time ago. Even with Lucasfilms and Marvel, Disney is still doing everything it can to make sure Disney Plus is more in ratings than its channels are. And that's Disney Channel currently, a channel being overshadowed by Disney Plus. And if you have the streaming service platform, there's really no need for the Disney Channel because it's available for streaming. The question is, how will it survive considering what we see now?